No.
So what is the worst Resident Evil game of all time? Most of the time, the answers you're going to get are Resident Evil 6 probably being the most common, maybe Resident Evil Revelations 2, and then every once in a while you'll get one of those psychopaths who thinks it's Resident Evil 5. It's not, by the way. That's a fun game. But I bet there's a game that all of you forgotten about. Most likely by choice, but you still forgot about it, so it still counts. Umbrella Corps.
How does that work?
Now, if you're watching this video and you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about because you never heard of this game, well, welcome to the club. I'm not a part of that club, unfortunately, but, you are. All the way back in the yesteryear of 2016, I think. It might have been 2017. I don't know. This game was released like 6 months before Resident Evil 7, and wow, the quality difference is astounding. I'm just gonna jump right into this. Is this game good? No. Shocker, who would have guessed? The game that's been universally panned for like almost a decade. The guy didn't like it. Who would have seen that coming? I don't know how to describe this game, cause I hated playing it, but I didn't hate playing it.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
So this is like a tactical third-person shooter Resident Evil, not really tactical because you run around like a headless chicken game. You're probably noticing one thing in the gameplay is that, what the hell is this camera?
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
And this is the biggest, what the fuck with the game. Even if they changed absolutely nothing other than the camera, I can see what they were going for. This, I don't. They were trying to make it like a shoulder-mounted kind of camera that a soldier would have, but, just look at the character. The way they move, the way they walk, they're fucking hunched down all the time. I'm not playing Metal Gear Solid. Why is everyone moving like this? It's so odd that they decided to go in this direction. The actual gameplay loop itself, I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's like a multiplayer match. If instead of playing multiplayer, you played by yourself and you only competed against AI. You're in a circular map and there's an objective. It'll be kill zombies and collect thingies or capture domination points. And it's just it's so obviously not meant to be a single player game. And I would review the multiplayer segment of this game, but it's completely dead. I think on Steam it has 4 people playing it, 40 people or whatever. I bought this game on sale for $5 and I still couldn't find anybody. It put me in a game by myself, so I couldn't play the multiplayer portion. So if you want to see a review, I don't know, go fucking watch a review from 12 years ago. In the gameplay you're watching, you're probably noticing that it's very... yeah. The gameplay in this game is certainly gameplay. I'll give it that. Jokes aside, though, I will give the game credit for one thing. The gunplay here is actually not that bad. The guns feel silky smooth, they feel really snappy. The game overall kind of has a weightless quality to it, somewhat, and that makes it very fast-paced. You pretty much move and zip around at lightning speed, and I do think that really does help, because God forbid if this game was like the pacing of the normal Resident Evil games, this game would have been miserable. So I do appreciate them going in more of a fast-paced, action shooter kind of genre, and I will say, the idea of a tactical, quote-unquote tactical, third-person Umbrella Corps shooter is actually kind of a cool idea. You get to play as an Umbrella soldier, going up against zombies, various mutations, all that. That could be a really cool idea. I just don't know what they were thinking with this. They decided to go in a weird multiplayer direction, in a PvP competitive direction, instead of just a Left 4 Dead clone. I genuinely believe that if this game was more Left 4 Dead, or John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, or World War Z, or, a co-op shooter. You fight against hordes of zombies as 4 Umbrella soldiers, and you try to compete, various objectives. Get to a rescue, I don't know, get intel, defeat giant monster thing. That could have been really fun. Make, a multiplayer, co-op shooter Resident Evil game. That could have been awesome! But instead, they decided to go in this direction. And, I can kind of see what they were going for, but it isn't really particularly well done. Just being able to make the camera not like this, Why does it look like this? Like, dude, I'm barfing by just looking at it. Like, just make the camera not terrible and maybe, like, add content. The campaign, single player, whatever you want to call it. This definitely ain't a fucking campaign, but whatever you want to call it. If you're not playing online, you might as well not even be playing the game. And again, this game is completely dead. I literally could not find a multiplayer match, so I cannot speak on whether the multiplayer is fun or not. I've heard it's pretty bad. I heard that people were just running around with melee weapons because they were stupid overpowered and the guns were terrible. I guess this is where I could probably go to the difficulty, because the game is weirdly easy, but also stupidly hard. It's somehow doing both at the exact same time. I can't explain it. You kill the zombies in like 2 bullets. In half the time, they don't even, and then you shoot him in the face, and then he's like, oh, that hurt. Must have been the wind. So the AI is brain dead. I understand that they're zombies, but like, you can just shoot right next to them and they won't notice you. But at the same time, they can run up on your ass, completely silent, because we all know zombies are absolute masters of stealth. They just smack you and you just die. You run around with this weird movement and weird camera and just slaughter everything. You die so quickly. I mean, the melee weapon is really good until it's not. Because there's multiple animations, and I don't know if there's a different way of triggering it, but if you get one of the longer melee attack animations, it doesn't matter if you start it before the zombie hits you. If it hits you, like, there's no way you can avoid it. And it's literally only because you got a longer animation. It would just hit you mid-animation, and there's nothing you can do to avoid it. It's so stupid, and I have no idea why they decided to do that. But beyond that, it's just a really lazy third-person shooter game. Unfortunately, you're just doing repetitive multiplayer objectives, just with no real reason to do it. It's like, there's not really much of a challenge there, at least none that feels fun and fair, because it feels like you're either absolutely blowing through the mission in less than a minute, or you're getting absolutely annihilated, and there's no in between. It's either stupidly hard or stupidly easy. It somehow manages to be both frustrating and boring. How is that even possible? And I didn't even talk about this. The graphics. Wait. I'm not one to complain about graphics. I think they are some of, if not the least important aspects of a game, and I hate people who just go, oh, this animation doesn't look as good as this other game, so therefore that game is bad. Shut up. Just get your head out of your own ass. As long as your game is fun, I don't care how bad the graphics are, okay? But this game came out in 2016. This game somehow looks like it came out in 2009, but it also looks like it came out in 2016.
Hey, yo, what the f?
And again, it somehow does both at the exact same time. It looks like slightly better textures of a 2009 game. It reminds me most of Resident Evil 5. I don't know how else to explain it. If you're looking at the game, you can probably tell, you know, it doesn't exactly look good. And again, I'm not the one to complain about graphics, but why does it look like this? It's just so bad and just so, like, devoid of character. I don't know what Capcom is thinking, but they have tried so many multiplayer projects for Resident Evil, and I don't understand how they keep fucking it up. They had this, RE-Verse, which, like, the multiplayer crowd and the single-player crowd are so unbelievably different that I don't know why you're trying to appeal to both crowds, because in order to play RE-Verse, you needed to buy Resident Evil 8. Why would people who want to play RE-Verse buy Resident Evil 8 just to play RE-Verse? Like, it's technically a free-to-play game, but, like, you had to buy another game to get access to it, and they didn't market it at all. So, like, what do you expect to do? You create a PvP multiplayer game that's like a free-to-play shooter type thing, and then you expect people to buy a whole nother game for it.
You're a fucking idiot.
Why wouldn't you just price the game on its own? Just make it like $20 instead of having to buy a $60 game. It's so odd, and they did the same thing with Resistance, but at least that game was actually kind of fun. I didn't mind that one. That one was honestly kind of a cool concept.